This is Patrick. He's also known as CurlyLoxx the Voice Box, the mastermind and creative genius behind the duo Twin of Twins. He tells the truth for a living. Some find it funny, some offensive, and some never find it at all. I wonder, how did he get to this point where he could free himself from the shackles of the opinions of others and find the courage to offend them and master the true art of not giving a fuck? You can too, if you want. With this podcast, The Rebellious Truth, Patrick offers solutions to problems we thought were solutions, and highlights the errors in so-called solutions we don't know caused the problems in the first place. Who knows? He might just fuck around and say something offensive, something hilarious. Some may even find it repulsive. But as usual, he doesn't give a fuck.
The following feature is rated SM for spiritual maturity and is not intended for the immature who wishes to remain as such. The views expressed are not necessarily those of our sponsors, as they sometimes could care less about what the host is saying, but is more concerned about having their product on a popular show. Warning: small minds, listen at your own risk, as this content is extremely overwhelming and may do further damage to those minds closed off to objective reality. Approach with an open mind, as the heavy nature of the content will lick your chip.
In the meantime, 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 in between time, in the meantime, in the meantime, in between time.
Yes, Rasta, me I tell you, CurlyLoxx the Voice Box there again. Yes, one more episode of In the Meantime. Yes, episode 10, entitled Pay Renting. Yes, Rasta.
You mean pay-renting? What inspired that, my brother?
Oh, you mean? No, because some parents think that them a pay rent because them a pay the rent.
Exactly. That approach to parenting is very prevalent in this day and age.
Yeah, man.
Sad, it's a sad reality.
More than sad, may I tell you that. All right, watch out now. I'm going to talk some things in the program where, well, like in all of the program, where a lot of people going to be uncomfortable with because it go against them social programming. In the meantime, we'll never, ever tell you where you want to hear it or tell you where you need to hear. It is not for people who afraid of objective reality and truth. Well, if other program with idiot, a program idiot is out there we want to normally support. So, yeah, man. In the meantime, for the sustenance of sensible people, yeah, man. I'm one of the ones them to stop worry about dislike who dislike what. I don't worry about them. Them is a vital part of the process. Good no relevant without evil, and like can't function without dislike. Now worry about them, man. Change yourself. Focus on yourself. You like, you share, you subscribe. And no business with them. Yes, this part of the program is brought to you by Vicebox Studios, the voice of a nation. And Madvert Multimedia. If it's not Madvert, it's not an advert. Also brought to you by Rebel 13 Collections. It's at Rebel 13 Collections for the finest in custom design clothing. And everything printing except fingerprinting. Yes, yeah, man. Today's episode of In the Meantime is engineered by Slim Watson. Follow him at Slim_Watson. Alright, as usual, I'm going to read one letter from In the Meantime Radio Show at gmail.com. Yeah, man. I'm going to start do a thing I now name Comment of the Day, where I read a one YouTube comment related to the previous episode. Yeah, man, I welcome interaction because I know conversate for dominate, you know. Me listen everyone like me can learn something from them. I'm welcome anyone for change my mind for my views, you know, because I'm always a learn and a grow. Yeah, man, opinions, like all things, are subject to change with the passage of time. The more you grow, the more you learn. All right, so the first letter I know is coming from Andre Winter. All right, Andre Winter say, bless up CurlyLoxx, the Voice Box. I am 20 years old, and I just wanted to say to you that the impact that in the meantime has had on my life is very deep, and I feel that had I not heard this program, that I would not be here now. The reason why I say this is because I used to make excuses for my actions and blamed other people for things I knew deep down that I could be better at, and that it was my fault that I was not progressing. To tell you the truth, this program made me put down the gun business. You made me understand that it was okay to be wrong and that power is indeed restraint. Since this program, I have learned a skill and is doing much better. I just wanted to say thank you for being a light of hope in a very dark world. Boy, me I tell you, Andre Winter. Give thanks, man, but thank Zion for him purpose in him little short time was to remind me of my purpose, which is to remind you of yours. Alright, the first comment of the day is coming from Uncle King in relation to the last In the Meantime episode 9, entitled Deliver Us from Ego Part 4. Uncle King say, no brother, the reasoning you miss. To me, it sounds more like you didn't fully research this one. For example, you talk about Jordan, but no mention of what Jordan is about. The ideas he supports. The crowd he associates himself with. Jordan rich off his sneakers deal, not just because he was the best at the sport. But name be a black man. I think he meant to say, name me a black man. Name me a black man who is rich from something other than rapping or playing sports. But there are numerous people who get rich. I think he meant to say white people who got rich from simply working at Home Depot or Target. How can you say it's a mindset when we have to work 5 times as hard to get anywhere they start? Or to get to where they start at. Alright. Give thanks, Uncle King. Yeah, man. Your input is very welcome. And my reply to your comment is just to provide a different perspective, to people who might hold a similar view as yours. And this perspective, my perspective I'm going to share is not my truth. It's objective truth. A truth wouldn't be true if me never born. It couldn't go on next way. It's a truth to everyone connect to, but it's not everyone like it. Because it requires discipline. Alright, you say, me should I think about the crowd where Jordan associate himself with and what kind of person him is. My analogy was only related to a certain set of principle and discipline where Jordan or anybody else cannot avoid in order to get success. It never have nothing to do with where a person do with them success after them get it. But the problem is, the average human, them just have a one-track approach to everything, one-track mind. Everything have to just be one thing or the other. And I can tell you that the approach destroy everything for every level name relationship in this life. I tell you, I talk about this thing and I want to tell you, I go deeper in the details in my upcoming book named Planet Hurt, H-U-R-T. I'm going to have a release date and a pre-order link for the item very, very soon.
Most are one-track minded.
Because most people don't learn how to compartmentalize. Yes, the word of the day is compartmentalize. It means to divide into sections or categories. Alright.
That ability is needed.
Because it's like when people have this approach to anything at all, it's like a man would have say, if Jordan did follow any kind of principle or discipline and do something good and get success with him life now, and if him come do something evil later down, then all of that no make no sense. The first part, everything gone because of the evil here what him do, and invalid because of the evil here now what him do. Boy, I tell you Rasta.
A dirty habit.
They don't see him way so. People feel say if a man evil, him no smart, and if him smart, him no evil.
Ridiculous.
He must be one of the two things. What I do? And some of the wickedest people in history are some of the smartest people you'd ever know, Rasta. I tell you that.
You think so?
Yeah, man, because all in a badness I know. We see all Big Wayne, all right. We see a man come and say, oh, Big Wayne sounds so smart, yeah, so. I think say, him did evil. So what that means is, so because of evil, him can't smart.
A sad reality. This one-track approach to everything destroys the prospect of having and maintaining good relationships, my brother. wouldn't you say?
Exactly, because if most people have the one-track mind, Rasta, and them take this approach to every single thing and don't know in reality the complexity of everything and everyone where them a look at, and them arrive and wrap some opinion around some things and beliefs that them know where them a look on. And it lead to misery and them emotional about everything and take the approach there to every area of them life. And I saw them suffer. Me I tell you. All right, Uncle King, you say, Jordan rich off him sneakers deal and not just because he was the best at what him do. All right, watch our Bridging. I just see one way of looking at things, Bridging. We have to go further into the details because now, me no feel so me have to tell you, say, you know, only have one best in anything at all because the best come from all areas and all walk of life. You don't only have one best. Me never think I have to tell you that, my Bridging. Nike now go just get up and sign L.A. Lewis. If you have a talent with them need for exploit, well, unless it's the corporate circus now where them a look for the best clown. Well, you know, say L.A. Lewis boss. Gone. Nah come back for now. Cause if I hear that them a look for him can't run out of talent, me I tell you. Because that is all a job or a career is, you know, people paying you for exploit the talent. Jordan make himself valuable and that's why Nike see him. Nobody now go just like you and put you in a one position. Well, unless them a put on the condom now, well, you know that different. So what you believe? A man call all Chronics and give him all how much thousand for the show because them like him? And because 40,000 people are come at the stadium and them all get a return on them investment. And if Chronics turn eye-glad tomorrow morning, Jazzy Lee them ready for him spot. And if Jazzy Lee musically masturbate, in other words, fuck himself. Bryka and Bo million bad artists round there with some blood clot lyrics and wait to get him out.
Exactly. You should make use of opportunity while you can.
Yeah, man. Now, what you think, say? If some man find an extraterrestrial toilet right now on Mars, so them find difficult to flush. You think them all go for a normal plumber because them like him? Them all go for the best for deal with a shitty situation like that. So create something within yourself where people can pay you for exploit. And stop play helpless victim. Everything I like and who no like. One man Mr. Richard for like and a Mark Zuckerberg.
Exactly, because people should...
Yeah, man.
Hold on.
Yeah.
People should grow up and face reality. I think you're saying, my brother.
Yeah, man, because watch I know. Me not tell a one say if them immature. Life done, me I tell a one say, it's just a choice. If you grow up, it is growing up that you go find the meaning where you want to find in your life. There is no other way but through sacrifice and self-discipline. There is no greater feeling in the earth than for find the courage to get over the fear of everything in pursuit of anything.
Undeniably true.
Yeah, man, me I tell you, because what? That better than for turn 60-year-old. Of course, life and the things where you couldn't avoid. And know deep within your consciousness, say, you could have do better. Because you can't know, say you could have do better. I know, you can't know. You can't unfollow that. You take a special person to make it, that person that is spiritually mature enough to accept the nature of existence for what it is.
Confront objective reality.
Yeah, man. All of the problem them exist where people are complaining about. I agree with that. For years now. But how long we are going to sit down and approve so we're smart enough to figure out the problem. And just a wish so the problem never exists. Now we're going with that type of attitude there. The person we are going to make it is that special person. We accept the nature of reality. Yes, it is real. What do I do? Make a plan and go around it.
And stop making excuses.
Yeah, man, them just alive and a look and a jealous of everybody's success. Because them afraid to go feed. And the worst way to live without aim or without direction. When you have a plan, it's easier to deal with struggle because at least you have a mental map of where you are going. So it's easier to endure obstacle. We're in the way because you know exactly where you go. And what you're about.
So you're saying that people's unhappiness comes from being like a boat without a paddle?
Yeah, man.
Set adrift on the rough and turbulent sea of life.
Yes,
drifting aimlessly at the mercy of the wind and where it takes them. My brother, I presume I am correct?
Yeah, man, them just alive and a piece and a shit and go sleep and wake up every day and do the same thing.
But I don't think it's the majority, though.
All right, if you say so, then tell me something. Where the majority of the crowd in this Black Lives Matter you for George Floyd, where them gone? Yeah, because I'm sure say him born no white yet and maybe a 1 year still hanging on the med side somewhere there. Where the crowd gone? Yes, big up those who are still out there. The few out there agitate for change. Uno are the real revolutionary. No, you know why real revolutionary. But where the crowd gone?
A good question. Why did it die down?
Because most of these people don't know where them want. Them don't have a particular opinion. Right now, to almost see them other next state to America. Because them living at the state of confusion. And right now, it overpopulated with victim. So them now go have a particular plan of action or a direction in which to proceed at no time at all. So them cannot be consistent with where them are demand because them don't know where them want. It's like me always say, you know, them have an idea of where them want. Them have an idea where them agree with. But when it come to the knowledge of the process where it take to arrive at that thing where them say them want, them not have a clue. This attitude towards everything destroy every relationship to everyone. It destroy them relationship to life itself.
So you're standing by your outlook that the problem is a mindset problem.
Yeah, man, me say that I'm stand by it, bro.
Why is that?
Because the victimhood culture, it's in the culture, it embedded and we adapt it and it spread from generation to generation. And most of we now inherit this spiritual immaturity, aimlessness and lack of direction from our parents. And just like our parents who service the ego and play the victim till them end up aimless. We inherit this aimlessness, and this aimlessness make we angry, and this anger make we blind. And this blindness make we continue without focus. And just like our parents end up without direction and then pass it on to our picnic them. And the cycle continue.
Interesting.
And the truth is, you know, most of we know better, you know, that make it worse, you know. But we don't want to do better.
I don't understand.
What you mean? How much time you have to tell you the same thing? And the ego are the biggest problem, yes or no?
And you think that's what's slowing people's progress?
Yeah, because the possibility of embarrassment if we fail, they are the root of why most people not succeed on every level. And nobody go say me I tell nobody if I go suck nobody's seed, you know.
So you believe that people fail out of a fear of failing. So therefore, they don't try and ultimately fail, my brother?
Yeah, man, me know so. Because whether the young artists are full of talent and afraid to do a show, or the man that work in a supermarket and a pack bag, and see a woman come in at the supermarket with hat and she a lie and him a tell females, say, John, what a woman you look nice, you know, but me know in a fear league. And she good have said to fear herself in a fear mind. So what a man look good. Make him say something to me, please. But him keep him out lock and just pack bag and gone home with him heavy balls to the butter years girl will chat to him anyway. And treat him like dog.
That's definitely true. I wonder why people do that all the time.
Because the ego and the fear of embarrassment with have them constantly stuck in her. Make them assume and guess about everything. And the wickedest thing, everything where people fear, you know, is mostly something where them don't experience. So what are the enemy right there, son? Or them mind? Them assumption about everyone and everything just make them paranoid and mad. I want to destroy the world and everything in it. Because the rules no bend for suit how them want to see it. And that's the problem there. We have to learn to expose ourselves to the things where we're afraid of. All right. What tie up in everything we're afraid of?
You tell me.
All right, let me tell you. The answer simply is...
What is that?
Everything what we need. That tie up in everything what we're afraid of. So when we run from everything what we're afraid of, we automatically run from everything what we need.
I don't understand what
I say, watch a man. I feel like I'm going to run here. You know, I feel I'm running here for that program.
Doesn't it take a man to admit that?
All right, which is right.
Don't know?
Right. Let me give you an example. Imagine a big fat person, partly good looking with a slight chance of ugly, yeah, right in the middle there. So get up every day, cost the existence of exercise and a big 100 pound for drop off by itself.
Really?
Yeah, man, them want the 6-pack and the hot body, but them no want to do the work. So what is tied up in the exercise where them afraid for?
I guess the hot body.
Exactly. The hot body where them say them want. Yeah, man, I see him, so me have a sister, you know, man. And I tell you, say, one day, I go see her a slide in the female celebrity them comment section. And I cuss about one who malnourished and one who maga like dog and one who need at least a biscuit. And then after she don't do that, now she bet me know that she want to lose some weight. So me go ask her, say, why you not sign up with Next Level Fitness? Yeah, man, them thing is at next_level_fitness and the number 13, yeah, man. Just link at _King Bully 13, man, and sign up for your thing. And if you tell him, say, me, send you get a big discount. Sure make me know, say, she not sign up for no program and go no gym and them thing there because people are going to say she fat.
Really?
Yeah, man, that's what I say.
Wow.
This is the mentality where most people have on every level. This is the approach where them take to everything where them say them want. Them don't want to do the work.
I think you're right. It looks like the fear of embarrassment at work, my brother.
What you mean if I the fear of embarrassment? Hey, watch ya, man. Watch ya again now. You saw me used to link up my bridge in them and go play some ball in the evening time, them back in the day. And me go know say all couple gal well in the crowd and them thing the bridge in. Watch ya, man. My side, one man down, you know, because what? Me dey on the field, but me not play, you know, me I tell you that. Me make sure I ball for the ball, you know, but me make sure, say, me find myself right beside the opposing player, you know, me make sure, say, me I get mark. So when my teammate bounce the ball and that opposing player get it now, me can cuss my teammate and I say, oh, how will I do an idiot pass that? The truth is me never want the ball. Because I'm afraid, say, me wouldn't know what to do with it if me get it. I look at him, me grow the approach there and I never football, I'm a passion, me I tell you that.
Really?
Yeah, man, you have man out there we could have better than Messi and Ronaldo them 10 times, but guess what him there? In the bleachers, turn involuntary commentator. We have an opinion on every aspect of the game. Him know more than the coach, man. Him can tell you who he that baller and who no good. But guess what him do you now in the bleachers and why this alone him can do?
Why is that?
Because when him did for do the work like what Messi them do, him did afraid to get shift and pile. Him did afraid to expose himself to the embarrassment of make him great.
Ridiculous.
And the sad reality, many people take that same approach to every level of life you can think of. Them just go around and play the victim, but them know better. Them can't don't know, me I tell you that.
And you think it's that simple, do you
What
think so, my brother?
Yeah, man, what you mean? They don't see him so some man used to use injury as excuse and then a locker room of course you see him Bolt. Before them go on out, they go run and come second. Just know say the finish line in a Bolt head back. Who say Bolt head back first, win. But no, you rather cost the race and you know it.
I totally agree with you, my brother, but why are most people like that though, my brother?
Because if them get for say and believe so the system rig, so them can't ever make it, then them get to avoid the responsibility and moral obligation to them own upliftment. In other words, them a do a thing on him. If I can't do nothing about it, then I don't have to do anything about it.
Meantime.
Yeah, man, if you know, so this is Leela Ike right and now you're listening to In the Meantime with CurlyLoxx, the voice box. Check it. I spy that you see something you might like.
Alright, Pastor, yeah man, where you want to know? You never see a situation where all
What's that?
security guard go to all when I'm little virgin when I'm laying out on the corner and say, "What go on, virgin? Yeah, security worker running now. You want something?" And the man when I tell that I say, "Oh, I want here. I have my degree in a computer work, virgin. I no want none of them work, I not settle for less, And then when Friday when Sicky walk on the corner, him first I say, "Oh, what? Buy 2 guinea pig, no virgin. What go on? Line up $1,000 bag, no virgin."
With him having a degree though, wouldn't doing security work be settling for less to some extent, my brother?
No, man, it's not always settling for less. Me guarantee you say, every more where you ever go see in a life come out of a less with somebody settle for. Because the settler have a plan. Me not say a man fi do anything, But me I say ram the ugly abusive white girl where your friend them say they wouldn't take no talk from and wouldn't fuck. Move the tree belly out of the way and fuck for your life till you get the green card. Yeah, man, latch on for one eye nipple them or for one eye long brace where she take out her back pocket. And you just lick the areola, aka nipple, in a circular motion. And you just go and pitch your shensia head pan her body and you just ram that till you save the environment.
What you mean by save the environment?
What you mean?
What?
Go green. Green card me still a talk about. Sometimes you have to settle for less until you work more. A person without a plan now go understand that.
In the meantime.
Hey, me I tell you, say no, Bridging. Me I tell you the sad thing about the whole situation. When, well, it's not like say people I go have that attitude towards life and them a play the victim and them know them no want it and them afraid and them just all go one side in a one corner and doesn't make that affect. You will have the discipline and want go for the thing in Bridging and them will become the biggest obstacle in your way.
Why is that, you think?
What you mean, why is that? Bridging,
A simple question.
Hey, watch out, man. Man, you make me call your yard and ask your wife here, Because it don't look like you left your yard yet,
No.
They all know, Bridging.
Just answer the damn question.
Because when you have the humility to accept and overlook the hardship of life and just know that's how it go, and you make a plan and you humble yourself and go for it, your very existence is a judge of freedom inadequacy and a constant reminder with them are the wrong. So them use the emotional chain and hold you back.
How they do that?
What you mean how them do that?
I want to know.
Through a thing with name.
What's that?
Offense. Me offended by. Every little thing where you do offend them. And as you fix one, there's a next thing. Because when me say again 1 million
Could
times.
you remind me again, my brother?
Them not saying what them really want to say. Them not gonna say them bad mind, you know. And that your discipline and courage and determination is a reminder of the fact that them not have none of the above. Them just go and name out 1 million things where them offended by you. You just go and try please them till you all.
So you're saying, my brother, that when one does the right thing, that your very existence becomes a threat to those who don't want to take responsibility for their own failings, my brother?
Yeah, man. And it's this lack of accountability for action why the system, a good part of the system, can manipulate this victim mentality where most of we are walk around with.
How so?
Because I remember no alien run the system, you know, people in a brethren. I remember like me always say, them never invent our psychology, you know, them just understand for them own and use it manipulate our own. Because remember now, you know, we all connect to the same grid of consciousness. So at our core, we are all the same. I just culture make we think we're different. So because a man know what will hurt him, make him know how to hurt other people. And what hurt human the most is a lack of individual identity. And them know we have this one way to look for everything. So them use identity politics and turn we in a group who don't see themselves as autonomous individuals whose choices lead to them own individual consequences.
They don't?
No, man, when fuckery go on, nobody are no John Brown or Shakira Harrison. Them a black man or black woman or white man or white woman. When them do fuckery, me I tell you, them get to hide behind the group. Nobody no get called out for them individual choices and for face the consequence of that. The one-track mindedness make the assumption become that because a man black, the whole way are the same. Because somebody white, all of them are the same. Are just this broad brush, men are and women are. So the progress of the people within these groups who serious get eclipsed by the idiot them when I group we are going to be a fuckery.
That's so true, my brother. But
yeah.
What do you feel is the solution, though, my brother?
One simple word.
What's that?
Separation. I believe separation is the cure for stupidity. Because you cannot beg people who don't have your best interests at heart to consider your interests when your interest is not a part of them nature. We cannot ask to be treated fairly in the judicial or any other kind of system related to them when them get freedom power from our disadvantage. That's not intelligent. First, we have to separate and make a distinction from people within our own group who are not serious. We have to create our own constitution, our own country within the country, our states within the states, so we can resituate the like-minded, spiritually mature black people who share the same interests, have our own passport, utilize the talents and skills of our own black scientists and psychologists to help reverse the mental effects of slavery. Build colleges dedicated to the art of financial literacy and build every other infrastructure to facilitate the upliftment of serious black people. And build an army to defend it because we don't forget Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. And then we set out for demand that the state within the state or country within the country be recognized as a place whose citizens are no longer subservient to the political parasitic power structure who benefit from them ignorance. That is black independence.
It's a great idea, but doesn't it sound somewhat like a pipe dream? Is it possible?
Well, them say the plane never go fly and see the airport them there. Nothing happen overnight, my virgin, man. Me I tell you, the separation on every level is the cure for stupidity. You have to stop arguing and try win the conversation with people, man. Because what a conversation they will go on forever because again. Them not going to tell you the truth or what upon them mind 95% of the time. So whether them just misguided or them bad mind or that up to them. You can't make them use your conscience and not about, love this or love because you can't be one track minded. You have to know that love is not just one thing. You understand? Love is not just hugs and kisses. Sometimes I fuck you and fuck that. Me over here, so.
And you say that because?
Because, let me tell you something, man. Love our next thing when people have no overuse that, you know. You understand? You can't use your love for them, you know. Because your love is at the mercy of them perception and belief system. In other words, how them see things, you don't have no control over the beliefs will lead to why them see it so. So if them want things so you don't love them with for them fuck up outlook on everything, well fine. You know better, keep moving. Instead of try fix these people for prove that you're good. And that might never happen. The best thing to do is turn to your own self-development and stop do the things when not good, when not positive. And take responsibility for your actions. You focus on that and that can hurt them. All that can do is help them.
Can it really? How so?
Oh, you mean? Watch ya. When you stop demand and beg them for change, you know, and start focus on you, you know. If you see things from the perspective of spiritual maturity, you realize that separation is not always segregation. When you take away yourself and them don't have company in them misery, them left with no other option but to prove themselves worthy of them things the way them say them want. And I saw a lot of them become better people. When them realize that them can do better.
You think so?
Yeah, man. You have to find the courage to offend them. Face the conflict and set some boundaries. Yeah, man. That me I tell you. Yes. Them say when you love something or someone, you have to let it go. And if a year it come back, man. Yeah, man. If a year one, it not go nowhere. Yes. This song I now dedicate to the people, yeah, man, who knows that separation is the cure for stupidity. Yeah, man. Now make them tell you, say, oh, you forward from down here, so, oh, boy, you switch and this and that, and you're there, they try prove no self and them thing, because not everyone is helpable, as what I say, man. Them not tell you what they on them mind. So don't try figure it out. This song I now coming from Briker. Yeah, man. The one I name Me Did Have to Leave. Yes. Clippings Production. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Yes. Here goes.
Boy, surely shitty bass only one. Clippings production. My work can't yet don't get promo. My career did a move in a slow-mo. Give thanks to the place so my ground down. Me no need them gun do me things solo. Me did a believe. Who knows it feel? Can't say you're real when Josh show me every night money. Like me did a believe. Who knows it feel it? My fans on the prettiest. Them don't know nothing but real. Hey man did agree. We do it globally. My work enough stage show with no money. My girl pray me tell her for don't worry. More time life still sweet with no honey. But now lie man grateful still. Make the any go and breeze on the ice and chill. Can't make nice with the milk that spill. Bleed my castle Lord man still. Come on it a believe. Who knows it feel?
Yeah, man, if you know, so this is Lila Ike right now. You're listening to In the Meantime with CurlyLoxx, the voice box. Check it.
Boy, surely shitty bass only one. Clippings production.
Yes, the top boss. In the meantime, up top, I'm representing for CurlyLoxx, the voice box.
Moving a slow-mo. Give thanks to the place so my ground down. Me no need them gun do me things solo. Me did a believe. Who knows it feel? Can't say you're real when Josh show me every night money. Like me did a believe. Who knows it feel it? My fans on the prettiest. Them don't know nothing but real. Hey man did agree. We do it globally. My work enough stage show with no money. My girl pray me tell her for don't worry. More time life still sweet with no honey. But now lie man grateful still. Make the any go and breeze on the ice and chill. Can't make nice with the milk that spill. Bleed my castle Lord man still. Come on it a believe. Who knows it feel? Can't say you're real when Josh show me every night money. Like me did a believe. Who knows it feel it? My fans on the prettiest. They don't know nothing but real. Talk truth to no use me for degrade my family tree. Man born for be rough so my angle they see. Although my families are traitors. Some vampire mixed with haters. Live in a glass house, please don't blink stone. Cartoon call them flimstone. Gotta go beat some boy with brimstone. Them fake like him crown skin. Hey man it a believe. Who knows it feel? Can't say you're real when Judge show me every night money. Like me did a believe. Them not real. Knows it feel it. pants on a pretty fire. Boy, Charlotte, shitty, best Charlotte, boy. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Never real.
Briker.
Music feel, yeah.
Me did have a lean.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Available on all reputable online platforms. Alright. On to a vital subject, you know, yes. Parenting. Yes. Some people think them are parents because them are pay the rent. But them not pay attention to some vital details when it come on to raising children, right? Yeah, man. I know say there is a manual, you know, but there are certain things that you cannot overlook if you want to ensure a proper outcome.
A very interesting and serious topic, my brother. Because I myself do believe that the home is where it all starts, my brother.
Yeah, man, because at the home, yeah, man, and at the home is the incubator of our belief system and overall cultural psychology. Yeah, man, and this will shape our worldview and therefore how we approach everything later on in life.
I couldn't agree with you more, my brother.
Yeah, man.
And we were talking during the break when the song was playing, and you said something that is that's interesting and piqued my interest.
What that?
For want of better words.
What that?
You said your approach to the issue of parenting and the reason you chose the topic might not be what most people might expect. Could you elaborate, my brother?
Well, me I go ask people, you know, to approach the issue of parenting in a very non-traditional way. Where we remove now or take out, the one-track mind, yeah, man, where, move the label them and the title them out of the way and see people, yeah, man, who are capable of anything at all, good or evil. Just like any regular person.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
Interesting.
Yeah, man. A whole heap of people with, for example, no fees for them mother is a special person designed to be good because one now she give birth to them. So what I'm to when she thief the people and partner money and run when a man put a bullet in her gun with her name on it. How she not special to that man there? Since good and special is the one thing that she is.
So you're saying that she's flawed as everybody else and should be judged as such, my brother?
Yeah, man, because one now, we don't call them out on the practice of being a mother or a father. Like where the title advertise, them get the credit by just having the title. So you get a youth, daddy. Yeah, you have a youth, mommy.
Why is this reality so prevalent, though?
Because, again, I can't say it enough, my brethren. Most of we have an idea of everything in our head. And we have function off of those ideas, you understand? Without a clue of the process we take to turn these things into reality. So kids often end up not asking these parents or any other family member for earn what their title advertise. So whatever now is the dominant energy in the household, later on in life, the children will carry out that in the world and reenact it, you understand? Subconscious, continual reenactment of the energy that was dominant in the house.
But, my brother, don't they know, the children know that that something isn't right about these actions, my brother, and therefore they shouldn't repeat them?
All right, remember, you know, repetition is a powerful thing, you know.
Indeed.
Remember, say this energy are repeating at these children's life for how long. So, despite the persistent and consistent warning from common sense, people often overlook that. Because here we know, remember, you know, the average human don't judge between right from wrong, you know, and right from wrong determine them action.
What is it?
It's normal and abnormal. So if something even wrong, as long as it feel normal, then it is right. What you believe, say? Some woman there with some man will kill man, woman and children and go breed for them and give them more pitney for kill.
You think it's that simple?
Yeah, man, that's what you say. Then the same thing, make your par with a man from 1 grade and by the time you go so boop now everybody left school and out in the world and you hear him kill 100 people, you're still a par with a man there. Because parring with the man there is normal. All of you no kill nobody. That's normal something this, I'm a brethren. So me I say it is very normal for most parents these days now If you see them picnic like them roommate, like a them brethren where them live with, yeah, man.
So you think that's the new norm?
Oh, you mean in a whole heap of time you see them out and stunting with them like a monster behind them?
Bet they're out of control.
Yeah, man, a whole heap of time you see some picnic when me feel for squeeze them throat, you know.
Good God, my brother!
Man.
How could you say such a thing? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And if Allah and Buddha wants to lend their names to the cause, I wouldn't mind. I could use the help. It's preposterous what you just said, my brother. Can you believe that you actually said that?
Yeah, man, because what? Them indisciplined picnic, man, me I tell you sometime are some different level of devil them, man. Drink holy water and belch and laugh. This is why me make sure say if my youth annoy me to some kind of level, me have to take the time and patience for discipline that out of them. Because if me feel a certain way about them is a measure of what other people are gonna feel. I imagine now how it feel to a stranger we don't spiritually connect to this child here. So if this child here so annoying to you, just imagine them. So you don't be a fucking hypocrite. If you go 8 people, you know them look upon your youth or view your youth, and you know in your blood clot self, say, I show the youth a fuckery. But instead of you grow the fuck up now and just say, all right, this is my responsibility. You and your little monster go everywhere now, and instead of you discipline your monster. You know what? I take out your little pocket book and I mark down names of who I look for your picnic away with your fucking idiot immature self. Why you think saying at the COVID time, yeah? A whole lot of parents where you see, I look out and I say, oh, school for open back and the youth them for go to school, and where you think I learn them why you go to school for learn.
Why is it you think?
I stand them can't stand the pit them, you know.
Really?
Yeah, man, them can't stand the serial killer. Blame it on the world. High school shooter, terrorists in the making, kind of picnic where them have, you know. Enough of them don't know them picnic, you know. A teacher grow them picnic, and if teacher ever talk to them picnic too loud, and them ready to go chop up teacher. And then later on in life, them are going to expect these youth to turn out good, pan them own, you know, without any kind of parental guidance. All these parents have a good intentions and confuse that with something where them think them a practice because them live with them. Parents for know say picnic barn full of unorganized energy. And parents' biggest responsibility is to help the picnic them organize these energies through discipline.
So why do you think most parents take this neglectful approach as it relates to discipline on their children though?
Because in the case of most parents, the parents themselves are picnic. What do you think the Bible mean? What do you think the Bible mean when it says, children shall have children?
I'm the Christian, but you tell me. Let's pretend I don't know.
Well, let me tell you. Me believe say it talk about the spiritual, immature, adult, taller children who will be having children, and that's going to be a big problem.
Why is that?
Because in order to discipline a child, all right, when you discipline a child, you know, you yourself is automatically being disciplined. Because in order to discipline a child, you have to follow a certain set of discipline. What time them do this, what time them do that. So, for someone that don't like discipline, them are going to find it hard to enforce discipline. So discipline to these people are going to always be something them consciously agree with, but subconsciously, they may eat the process like poison.
So, what do you think, keeps this situation in rotation, my brother? Because modern technology and we have all the more information now, it somehow seems to be getting worse, my brother. I do understand.
Information is a thing where it never not available. That you do understand. You understand? As long as we have a conscience and we common sense, information always available. It's just that immature people reject the information because it come with work. You understand? And remember, you know, my definition of maturity is knowing when you have enough and the courage to be irrelevant. And with most people not having these attributes or characteristics, then that's so the danger in raising children come in.
How so?
Because if them themselves don't grow up, it means that them are going to encounter a series of unfortunate events throughout the course of them life. Because of the choices where them immaturity inspire them to make over and over again, them end up as underachievers who later on in them life don't become parents, but instead competitors for the very children where them supposed to raise.
Are you serious right now? You believe that?
Yeah, man.
Really and truly?
Of course,
you believe
yes, man.
Okay, give me an example. I want time.
All right, watch out.
Yeah.
Usually after a life, we're full of failure because them immature. What end up happening is, you understand?
Yes.
Them run out of identity. So the last one where them have left now is to be, like me say already, and I go say again, the hero. For them children, you understand? The person who protect and serve and them get them validation through that. Just like the government now create victims with narratives. We create the people who feel like, the world are going and we are going to need the government to sort out everything through it. Like immature adult children who are being controlled. Now, the currency where the governmental parents get out of that now is money, business. And where the literal parents get is validation, the validation of being the hero. So just like the governmental parents make sure, say, most people believe that them are victim and that them entitled to everything by just wish, say them for have it, and that no kind of struggle no for dead. I see them, so some literal parents shield them children from the harsh realities of the world by dealing with everything for them instead of showing them how to deal with and confront these things and them own. So them end up never leave home. Spiritually, them are go always need mommy and or daddy for angle everything for them. So in a way, those type of parents will have that type of insecurity there, get to renew them identity every day by the kids having this kind of fear. And it's hard for these kids change because by certain point, them have no kind of life skills. Them end up with the idea of the world that is pure assumption, speculation and conjecture. So them end up useless in any situation later on down the line where them are going to need to collaborate with anybody. Because all them know is fear and insecurity. Because them don't have any experience with obstacles. All them know about obstacles is that them should run from it.
I hear you clearly on the literal parent aspect of it. But I don't see the point with the government. Could you expound a bit with the governmental parents?
All right, watch out. Why you think it is? In America, say the government make sure tell the pitney them say, if mommy or daddy shouts at you, 911, them turn them line and gun at the parents them head. To make sure that the parents them don't raise these kids with their ounce of discipline. So them end up can't even wash a plate and can't even clean them room if something could have go in at the washing machine. Until them end up on the couch for 20 years and play a video game until the time come. For go protest, say I chew me black, I chew me a woman. I show me a single parent. I will up sign as a lion eat people. Tell me something I don't know.
But these prejudicial situations do exist, my brother.
Yeah, man.
You have to see that.
Yes, my brother, but watch I know. It's not because a man a this or a woman a that or this or that. But let me tell you something. The biggest problem we face most people in these situations is them own indiscipline. And the saddest part, like I always say, Rasta, I'm going to say it again, is that them only know indiscipline. So if them search themselves, them not go find discipline missing. And then the worst part of the whole scenario is that, let's say we who come up on that Jamaican parenting, the West Indian type of parenting there where the ignorance did rampant and we go through a whole heap of fuckery. When we reach a certain level in life now and become successful in any kind of way, I'm never going to let my child go through what I went through and oh my God, and you just pass everything to them.
So what's wrong with giving your children?
What do you mean what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
We are fuck the youth them, I tell you that.
What you saying?
Rough rider, ribbed and studied for more pleasure.
How so?
What do you mean on a metaphoric level? We are fuck them in the hotel of life and check out left them.
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean?
I want to know.
No, we live like we are going to live forever so we can do everything for the youth instead of teach the youth how to deal with it on them own. Because we are going to deadlift them. We don't live like we are going to deadlift them, And like me always say, we feel like the funeral of somebody else all the time and then we drop out sudden. And an idiot and leech are going to left on people for people run them down, go all boat and chop them up. Because you turn them in a handicap and now them start blame people. When them confronted by the harsh reality of the world where you shield them from.
So are you saying, my brother, in relation to raising children, that children should be should be subject to the kind of cruelty that parents of the past used to subject their children to?
I don't believe
that.
I don't say that. Me I say, it's a polarity problem. It is just that people nowadays and even in the past, they're just too extreme in a one way or the other. It's either them is extremely cruel. And now that we go through that cruelty, we most of us come now and extremely
what?
Soft and spongy. There is utility in the cruelty and utility in the softness. The problem is that we don't know when. The timing, we don't know when to do what. We're not a balance in our approach to anything at all.
I don't buy that. I'm not buying that, my brother.
You want to tell me, say, when you did little, and when you look now, the gang member, them did come to you and say, hey, what go on, more, you carry that gun and go over there, so. And you did have to look on the gang member there and tell him, say, right now, I'd rather you kill me more than my mother. Because my mother give me 1,000 deaths worse than yours. I tell you, what you think? So there was utility in another monster there, in your mother, where you're afraid of. Make we say that did make you have to straighten up and fly right, and then later on in life you come own the law firm there, the doctor office there, the Fortune 500 company there. It was useful in that regard. It helped some way and it hurt some way.
How so?
Because we parents couldn't find a balance with how them apply the cruelty, and most of we couldn't find a balance in how to use it.
In the meantime.
Kalanga tell them say a Rasta run the world, a CurlyLoxx run the world. You have to know that. CurlyLoxx, voice box.
Yes, alright, we're kind of out of time you know, but this one I have to go continue upon episode 11 because it's a very vital discussion. It's very vital that we visit the root of the issues that affect us later on in life. Yeah, man, we have to go where it start and pull them out and, yes, practice them out of our consciousness. Yeah, man, I'm going to help them find the balance with how to deal with certain things in my upcoming book, Planet Earth, and my upcoming visual podcast entitled The Rebellious Truth that is based on the book, Planet Earth. Yeah, man, The Rebellious Truth, over 3.5 years in the making. And also, yeah, man, for Stir It Up Army, stay tuned for the release date of Stir It Up Volume 12, yeah, man. In the meantime, I beg the eye them when knowing of themselves, yeah, man, say them is immature. The eye them for know, say immature people cannot raise mature people. If it is that you find yourself with a lot of these problems when we just describe, find the courage to own them so you can save yourself in order to save your children. Stop protect them from them inadequacies, from them lack of knowledge, from them incompetence, from them failures, and from them own mistake, and from people we are trying to hold them accountable. And if you find it difficult to do this, there's a pill on the market named Grow the Fuck Up. Will come in the form of a program named In the Meantime. If you know it, like and subscribe and share it with those who don't know it.
In the meantime, 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 in between time, in the meantime, in the meantime, in between time.